Good evening, I'm Bo Williams. Welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. Breaking news topping the list for us tonight. A body just found in a South Knoxville quarry. Now here's what Knoxville police are saying tonight. In the last 45 minutes, KPD said officers were at Fort Dickerson Park to investigate after a woman's body was found in the Augusta Quarry. Now the woman has not been identified at this time. Meanwhile, Knoxville police are asking people to please avoid that area while officers conduct their investigation. We are told medical examiners are also on scene. No other information being released. Of course, we had a crew en route as well. We'll have an update for you tonight at 11 o'clock. Up next on tonight's Big 7 story, a Knox County woman has lost everything in a house fire just months after her neighbor down the street died in a fire at her home. Now, this happened at the intersection of Dry Hollow Road and Bays Mountain Road, where Gertrude Showers has lived for decades. She spoke with 6 News 2 months ago after a deadly house fire in the 400 block of Bays Mountain Road killed her neighbor. Now she's dealing with a fire of her own. She says she was at a neighbor's get-together last week when someone noticed smoke coming from her home. That's when Gertrude ran back over, only to find her home in flames. She says she was left in shock after losing nearly everything. Her house is now boarded up and the cause remains under investigation.
Would have been 27 years in November. That was the home that my grandchildren lived from being 5 and 12 months. And it just means a lot because there's so many memories there that I'll never get back.
Gertrude and her husband Donald are now staying with a family member trying to figure out what's next. Up next for you on the 7, fallout from the Supreme Court's landmark ruling on voting rights in Tennessee seems to be ground zero in a clash over the balance of power in Congress. This afternoon, the president says he spoke with Governor Lee about revising Tennessee's maps to get rid of Tennessee's only Democratic congressional seat. The president posting on social media about his conversation with the governor, saying state leaders will work to fix what he calls an unconstitutional flaw in the state's congressional maps. Now, you may remember yesterday, Senator Marsha Blackburn tweeted an all-red Tennessee congressional map saying the General Assembly should be called back into session to redraw maps after the Supreme Court ruling on the Voting Rights Act. Now, we spoke with the governor. He did not commit to holding a special session to redraw the maps. He also did not give a timeline of when action could be taken.
Just asked me if I would look at this situation and see what we thought was best for our state, and we talked about that. And he asked me to work together with leadership, and so we left that conversation. And he referenced that in his communications today. And that was the bulk of it. That was the gist of our conversation.
Tennessee last redrew its maps in 2022, including the controversial split of Nashville into 3 districts, which eliminated another Democrat-leaning district. If lawmakers do move forward, that would happen in the Memphis area, but any new map would likely face another round of legal challenges. All right, up next for you today, the Commerce Department's Bureau of Economic Analysis announced the largest jump in inflation since 2022 as the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, or PCE, rose 0.7% from February. Now, this comes as the Iran war sends shockwaves through global supply chains, with the price of oil continuing to rise due to the Strait of Hormuz being closed. The rising cost of oil has people feeling the pain at the pump, while diesel costs continue to pile up for shipping companies, impacting the price of groceries and other essential items. Now, Boyd Center professor Matt Harris says you may not feel the impact of inflation right away, but you may in the long run.
Now we have, fuel bottlenecks and changes in the global market for fuel based upon some, geopolitical factors. So there's, I think, one tempting question for people to ask is how quickly do we expect this to resolve itself quickly? And the answer to that's no.
Now, Harris, you just heard from, says he does not believe that the rate of inflation will rise to the level seen in 21 and 22. A Knoxville man is facing charges after police say a road rage incident escalated into threats and an attempt to damage a teenager's car. Court records show 27-year-old Samuel Gibson is charged with aggravated assault and vandalism after the incident Tuesday near South Peters Road in Ebenezer. Police say Gibson got out of his SUV at a red light and then threatened to stab the teen's tires. The victim telling officers he tried to drive away, but Gibson allegedly swung a knife at the car, striking the rear bumper instead. Police say Gibson later admitted to the incident after being questioned at his home. Well, tonight we are getting to see new renderings for the planned Neyland Entertainment District. Let's take a look here for a moment. They offer a glimpse of what this area near Neyland Stadium could look like in the near future. UT plans to transform the waterfront near Neyland Stadium with a sprawling development featuring a large outdoor plaza, restaurants, and outdoor concert stage with capacity for 4,000 people, as well as a hotel and condominiums. The entertainment district would be constructed on top of the eastern portion of the G10 parking garage, and don't expect the G10 garage to be around much longer because of this. Now, it would have to be demolished and rebuilt to support the structure and add parking spaces. A University of Tennessee Facilities Services update from March shows demolition could begin in June. The board will vote to approve a development agreement, leases, and other agreements related to the project at its meeting, which is coming up on May 4th. In our final Big 7 story for you of the night, get ready for changes out on the road this weekend. University of Tennessee rolling out an updated traffic pattern to really test out for Saturday's Luke Combs concert, as well as the Savannah Bananas game May 23rd. The aim here is to make it easier for fans to leave events when they end. So here's what's changing. 3 lanes of Neyland Drive will take cars westbound toward Alcoa Highway, I-40, and Kingston Pike, temporarily preventing eastbound traffic. We're told the lane that is farthest left will function as a sort of Kingston Pike express lane for faster access and reduced bottlenecks. Notably, this updated traffic pattern comes with some temporary closures along the route as well. Also, renderings show the 4th lane of Neyland Drive will be closed to normal traffic. That will be reserved for emergency vehicles.